Hey everyone, this is Rachel. Thanks for clicking on my video. I came in today to do a review of Love and Hip Hop. Now, this is episode 14. It picks right up where we left off last week. Carly has made her dramatic fall to the ground. Life pulled out this big fake ring, and Carly thinks he's going to be asking her, I guess, to marry him. Well, he was not. That shit was funny. That was another Benzino move. When he gave her the ring, Carly just can't get a ring, can she? And he goes on to tell her that he knows all about the shit with Scrap. He doesn't appreciate it. He's done with her, and basically he walks off. This broad gets up, runs after him without any shoes, basically telling him what can she do, being all dramatic, what is going on? I just don't understand. And, I'm only doing what you were doing. To me, the scene was just phony and staged, and I just don't think she would have been running down the street all that dramatic. So that scene, after a while, I was glad when it was over because, again, I just think it was staged. Then they move on to Arian going to the studio to meet up with D. Smith. Now, unbeknownst to her, D. Smith has bought in a vocal coach, which, when she came in, she was offended right off. But think about it. If you're going to be going into a studio with someone like D. Smith, they need to find out where you are vocally. So I didn't think anything was wrong with the vocal coach being there, and I couldn't understand why Arian was offended. If this is what you want to do, you get into everything that that person needs you to do just to find out where you are so they'll know what type of music. So this vocal coach runs a few scales, tells her to repeat them, and she tried, but it was not good. And D. Smith basically tells her, girl, you need some work. And, she was already offended, so when D. Smith said that, Arian was done. This bitch got up and ran out. And that was the end of that. She needs to understand that if this is what she wants to do, she's got to do the things that, when you go in the studio that they're asking you to do. It's just not going to happen overnight, but child, whatever. Now, the next scene is Jock and Mama D. And I guess, Mama D is in the studio recording her 2016 line dance song, but, Mama D is too old for this. She is not going to be a rapper. I do not know what is on this lady's mind. And then when she came out and she was shaking it up, oh my God, I was cracking up. Nah, her hip or her back or something was supposed to be jacked up. So her out there shaking it up, I was like, girl, go somewhere and sit your ass down. You not about to be no rapper? Child, please. Then walks Jay Nix. Now there's going to be this big confrontation between him and Jock because basically Jock has to tell him that he slept or he had relations with Amber. So they stand there and, you're wondering what's going to happen because Jay Nix stands up, like, tell me what it is. Because Jock was like, I got something to tell you. And then basically he tells him, and Jay Nix is not upset because remember, he wants to be with Tierra. So, Jock is, relieved, and then they come up with this little thing to have Tierra go to Amber's little makeup event, which I think that was stupid. Why would you have her go to that? I mean, what were you trying to do? But I guess, these are the games that men of that caliber play. And then if I was Tierra, I wouldn't have gone. Did she know that it was Amber's event? I would not have gone. I would not have been in their, little thing. So she goes to the, the little makeup event. And right off, of course, Amber is upset, which I don't know why, because she didn't seem like she wanted that guy anyway. So I don't understand why Tierra was acting like this was her man, like she had been with him a while, and she was just tripping, throwing shit. I think it made her look weak. I would have just stood there, let Amber go off, you know, where she comes off looking like the one that is more upset. But when Tierra, did all that, it to me, it was just too much, and it made her look stupid and kind of weak in that scene. Girl, I don't know. The next scene is Bambi and Tammy. They sit down to talk about, Tammy wants to leave the house. Her and Waka are separating, and she doesn't feel, comfortable in the house anymore because she knows that there are problems in her relationship. Her husband is a serial cheater, and there's really nothing that she can do to change it. And Bambi tells her basically, I'm here for you, whatever you need. I wish this could work out, but if it doesn't, how girlfriends are, I'm here for you. Excuse me. And pretty much that is their scene. And then we flash to K Michelle. She is, practicing and on her game. K Michelle is a legitimate singer. She legitimately has stuff out there. Now, K Michelle is there, and she starts talking about how all of these folks in Atlanta are saying that they're putting out music, but really, you never hear anything from them. And basically, that's what we say about them too. That they're always talking about what they're working on, and they're in the studio and they're doing this and they're doing that. But in all reality, the only one that actually has something out there and who is really, going to the Grammys and all of that is K Michelle. She works hard. She started it in the beginning on Love and Hip Hop, and this is what she wanted. And Arian needs to take a note, because K Michelle worked her ass off to get to where she is today. Think about her at the beginning when Love and Hip Hop Atlanta first started. She was a mess, and she's toned it all down and did the work that she had to do to get to where she is. So in walks this Arian, and she basically is going now to cry to K Michelle. And K Michelle basically tells her, what I just said, you have to do the work, and you have to get out here and push and fight for what you want. And you just can't say you want to be a singer and things just fall into place. So what K Michelle decides to do is to let Arian shadow her for the day. Basically go throughout the day and see what it's like following a real singer. Someone who's out there, putting her shit out there. K Michelle and Arian, they run from place to place, and finally it ends with K Michelle having a performance. Now, Arian is there, and the performance ends. K Michelle, she's probably tired. She goes out, get in her car, and basically she tells them, pull off. I'm ready to go. She leaves Arian. Arian brings her silly ass out and is standing there, like, where did she go? I've been waiting on her, and then she pulls off and leaves me. And God, child, I hope she had her number or some Uber, because if not, she would have been walking. That shit was funny. I was like, K Michelle left her ass. K Michelle wasn't playing. She was tired, and she was like, look, pull off. I ain't got time for this bitch. She should have been waiting at the door. That shit was funny. The next scene is Stevie J and Jocelyn. It's Stevie J's pool party. These folks, these two say they're not together. This is business, I guess they've made amends, and now they got to go make their money. So Stevie J is having this pool party. And when they get there, they see Nikki Baby and Little Fizz. Now Jocelyn proceeds to go up to this girl, squeezing her ass, feeling all on her. Jocelyn is a freak. She a freak. She was trying to get threesome going, telling the girl how good she looked and all that. After a while, Jocelyn and all this, I said in my video that Stevie J and Jocelyn is all about sex, 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 and more sex. So, she's trying to get a threesome going there, and it didn't look like to me the girl was appreciating Jocelyn filling her up. That's like you go somewhere and you walk in and there's a man that you know there, and he walks up, grabs your ass, rubs all on you, and telling you, come on. That shit was a little weird, because even in a regular relationship where it's not a threesome, if you walk in somewhere and just automatically grab all on the woman's stuff, Jocelyn is a hot freaking mess. Now, at this pool party, y'all know that Stevie is on this thing to piss Jocelyn off from all the things that Jocelyn has been doing all season. So he invites Pinky Tuscadero. That is Jessica Dimepiece. She is there, and along with her is Carly. She comes in. These two sit down, and Carly tells Jessica Dime about the ring and what all happened with life. And basically, they sit there and chat it up. Their scene it wasn't really, to me, it was just thrown in. And because the scene with Carly and life was phony, this scene with Carly telling Jessica Dime about what happened with life, it was just phony. Because all of this stuff, I don't know, this season has not been that great. And this episode, it wasn't that great. I just watched it because, you got to finish out the season. At this point, they're doing, silly shit. Stevie trying to make Jocelyn jealous. Why would he do that if he says that he's not married to her? And, why are you going through all this? It's just stupid. So, then in walks Tiara. And Carly is on a mission to let her know that she has slept with or been keeping time with Scrap. Now, when she tells Tiara, basically, I've been screwing your man, she says, I've been with Scrap. So Tiara's a little confused. She's wanting to know, are you talking about Lil Scrappy, or are you talking about my Scrap? Now, Carly and all her ratchetness say, yo man, girl. I'm talking about your man. So Tiara throws Carly's purse in the pool, and she wants to whoop her ass. This scene goes left. I don't even know why Carly would tell her there. I don't even know why she would even tell her. That's why I say the stuff on this show, after a while, the storylines are crazy, because was Carly wanting to get her ass whooped? Because that is her baby's father. And I think if Tiara would have got to Carly, we haven't seen Carly fight, but I think if Tiara would have gotten to her, she probably would have whooped Carly's ass and really fucked up Stevie J's little pool party. Now, Carly also reads this text message basically that Tiara sent to her, and basically Tiara is just talking to a girlfriend about her relationship with her, baby's daddy, and saying how she moved on and she's in a better place. Now, Carly only did that to justify her sleeping with Scrap. I mean, I don't even know why you would bring that up, because it wasn't appropriate there. And were you doing it just to hurt her? Carly is too old for that. I saw a picture here recently of Carly Red's daughter, and you realize just how old Carly Red is. I don't really know how old she is. I think she's probably in her late 30s. Whatever age she is, she does look good with her damn big ass booty that doesn't look like it fits her body. Now, Jessica Dime, I don't know why she gets into it when Tiara and Carly Red are, when Tiara throws Carly Red's purse in the thing. I don't know why she was throwing a drink. I didn't get that, but whatever. Then Jessica Dime, I think Jessica Dime just wanted to get some shit started. She goes over there to where Jocelyn is. And Jocelyn basically is standing on like a balcony or above them, and Jessica Dime is below. And Jessica Dime says she's going over to see Jocelyn, aka Chanelica Benecourt. So she goes over there, and Jocelyn says to her, "Are you happy to be here with me and my husband?" Child, why is Jocelyn still hanging on to this when Stevie J on this, you know, season admitted that they weren't married? She's still referring to him as her husband. And basically, Jessica Dime says that this is not your husband. And basically, Stevie has spilled the beans. Why are you still referring to him as your husband? And then just Jocelyn turns to Stevie J. I thought this shit was funny too. And basically, turn to him and say, "Am I your wife? Are you my husband?" He ain't said shit. Stevie J knew that if he gave the wrong answer, Jocelyn is cockstrong. And she probably would have whooped his ass up there. So, I don't know what happened. I think I walked out the room or something. But when I came back, Jessica Dime was trying to get at Jocelyn to fight. It was a little confusing to me why, it got to that point. Now she running around there with her big titty ass. Girl, if one of Jessica Dime's boobs would have popped out while those damn security guards would have was trying to, hold her back. Her shit was bouncing all out. She got them big old wooba woobas. If she would have, one of her breasts would have popped out, them security guards' blood would have frozen their tracks right there. Them white security guards would have been tripping. These bras on Love and Hip Hop are all on swole, They got big butts. They done bought them some titties. They all just look swole, and then it looks kind of awkward. Jessica Dime is like juicy, really juicy, and then running around with that damn pink ass hair. I don't get her whole little persona. It just was crazy, and then all of that trying to get at Jocelyn. I was like, what the hell is going on? Then while she's trying to get at Jocelyn, there's Dawn up there, and then I guess Dawn is here to co-manage Jocelyn. Stevie claims he still has right to her. I don't know where her game plan is and what is going on with her and Jocelyn, but she's there. And basically, Dom called Dawn the help. Now, while Dime was down there playing Ring Around the Roses with those security guards. Y'all, I'm sleepy. I'm trying to sit here and do this, and I'm trying to remember. I got kind of lost there. But yeah, while she was playing Ring Around the Rosie with those security guards, Jocelyn proceeds to go over to the pool and start shaking her ass. I am so tired of that same little thing Jocelyn do. I'm tired of seeing her ass. I'm tired of seeing her boobs. I'm just tired of seeing all that. Now she there popping her ass, and what was the point of that, child? The shit was crazy. The next scene is Tammy at her fashion show. Now she's finally got everything done, and she's ready to go with her fashion show. Now Bambi is gonna be walking in it, and the swimsuits were cute. They were really cute. I saw a couple of them that I really like, and her show is successful. Now she comes out to take her walk down the runway with her daughter and her little dog, and who's there but Deb Antony? And it sounded like she said, "I'm glad that you can make it." Now they do the little walk down the runway, and then Tammy goes, behind the scenes and backstage basically. And there is Rashida basically to congratulate her, on the show because it was good. And she asked her, "Where is Waka?" And basically Tammy tells her we're not together, and she was trying to say, I'm fine, but you know how you're saying it, but you're saying it just to convince yourself, because you're not fine, but you're trying to keep up that front and kind of work on your feelings. So she kind of, burst out crying, and it was a couple other people there, and they hugged her and, just let her know that it's going to be all right. Marriages are hard. This is what Rashida was telling her. And then in walks Deb Antony. And basically Tammy tells Rashida that, give me a minute. I need to talk to her. So her and Deb go and sit down, and basically Deb tells her that I'm not ready for this. She said that she had mixed feelings about coming, but Waka had texted her and told her, go to the show and support her. And she showed Tammy the text. Now, I guess as Deb sat there, she actually likes Tammy. She actually likes her. And she knows that her son is, full of shit right now. And she knows that there's nothing she can do to make it right. And basically she's telling Tammy how she feels. And as she's thinking about it, she starts to cry. Now, just sitting there, when she started to cry, then it made Tammy cry. And, that was a sad scene. And I feel sorry for Tammy. I feel sorry for Deb. I think Deb, after losing her child, she kind of focused on them, and, to have something to ease the pain of, what was going on. And it was a sad scene. Back there also was Bambi. And I forgot to say that Lil Scrappy had came to the show with some roses, and he goes backstage and congratulates Bambi. Now, he tells Bambi that basically he misses her and he wants her back. And basically, Bambi tells him that, it's not going to be easy, that they have some work, they have some problems. She still cares about him, but he needs to work on himself. And, they get all close. You could tell these two have feelings for each other. I don't know what it is about her tall ass, but Scrappy likes her, and he actually seems to respect her and does, a little better with her than he did with Erica. And basically he gives her the flowers and he leaves out this side door, and that was the end of the show. As I said, this show was a little boring to, this week. It was like one of those filler shows, so hopefully next week it'll be better. And thank you guys for watching, and you have a great evening. See you next time. Bye bye.